Hello, tarot lovers. This is Mervet from the Egyptian Mystic. Welcome back to my channel. Today I want to go through this adorable deck, which is Prophecy, the Raven's Prophecy Tarot by Maggie Stiefvater. And I have this deck since ages. I have it since 2016. And this is a gorgeous deck that I have neglected, although I knew that it's a very, very powerful deck and a great deck. But because of that, I kept telling myself, I will read it when I have time. I will read it when I have time. And time went like that, and I almost forgot this adorable deck. And then I got it out and I read the guidebook and I worked with it, and I discovered that it is a gem. And I feel so sorry that I neglected this adorable deck since that time. And that's one of the worst things when you have many decks. You cannot have time for all of these decks. So I really owe this adorable deck an apology, and that's why I wanted to talk about it. And this is the first edition, and I got it 2016, and it came in this horrible box by Llewellyn. I think the production is much better now, and I will tell you that this guidebook is a gem. She is so talented, and the guidebook is really very nice and amazingly written, using very simple words. But she is really quite knowledgeable about tarot, and she explains it in very easy words and simply in a very simple way. And really, I'm really I have no words to say how this deck is adorable. So I will show you the cards, and although the artwork, I got this beautiful pouch for the deck, and they are so beautiful. These are the backs, and I etched it in orange because of these beautiful orange borders that I really like. I saw this deck on some of the channels without trimmed, but these borders add a lot to the deck, and I will never think of trimming it. It looks much better this way. So let's have a look at this. First, let me show you the guidebook. Here, there is an introduction and talking about the theme, about the major arcana, the minor arcana, spreads, and the explanations of the cards are really very powerful. That in some cards I want to read some sentences to tell you how nicely explained these cards are. So let's have a look at this deck. This is the Fool, very optimistic and full of life, and looking for a new adventure. The Magician, she chose to use a hand with all the elements tattooed on the hand to show how the magician is so skilled and capable of capable and in control of all the elements. Like, he's logical, he's creative, he keeps his emotions in check, and he is creative, and he can do something physically nice and acceptable. So I do like the depiction. The High Priestess, as you see, is the mirror that reflects your soul and yourself, and I do love the depiction. And this is the Empress, forest full of you see the trees, and it is its abundance. And here is the Emperor, and I do love the Hierophant. And the way she explained it is how the glow of your soul is inside this lamp, which shows your ideals, your beliefs, your faith, your religion. I do love the depiction. and this is the Lover's card. This deck might look difficult. Of course, it's not for beginners, but if you use this deck along with the guidebook, you will really understand it very well. And because the book is very nicely written, you can understand and use the cards. So it could be used by not really beginners. It shouldn't be your first deck, but I mean, if you know a little about deck tarot, this deck can be used and it will add a lot. So this is the Chariot, and we see here two dragons with different colors. And here is the Strength card, and she wants to say that strength is more like fortitude, like you are strong, but you need to be stronger, and you need to keep your resilience. And here is the Hermit, a beautiful deck, a beautiful depiction. And the Wheel of Fortune is the wheel of change. I mean, the changing of the seasons. I like the Justice card, especially when you have to, like you are contemplating and thinking, balancing between logic and emotions. And here is the Hanged Man, the Death card, beautiful Temperance card that shows, you see, just have a look at this card, you will feel the tranquility in this deck, the peacefulness. The water is dropping one drop at each time, so it's like, be patient, slow down. So the image is really very comforting. And this is the Devil, this is the Tower, and the Star. I see it like reflection of the sky on you. If you see the river here, the dark water, and this is the reflection of the sky. Beautiful depiction, a beautiful moon card, very, very beautiful. And this is the sun, like keep your sun, like you're holding the sun, so you have vitality, and you are in good shape, and you are strong and optimistic. Here is the Judgment card, and here is the World card, and this is the Ace of Wands, the Two of Wands, like this raven is trying to hold these two branches, and he did some effort to keep the branch from falling. Beautiful Three of Wands, and Four of Wands, beautiful too. And the Five, it shows chaos. And the Six, I love the cards. And this is a beautiful, beautiful Seven of Wands, beautiful depiction. It's like you're trying to keep these flames of your work safe and protected from the rain. And it gives such a nice, powerful feeling, like you have to keep on working, and you have to think of all the work you have done and try to protect it. And here is a beautiful Eight of Wands. The Nine of Wands also is very interesting. You see, like you are being tested, your strength is being tested, and your fingers are burned, but it's just one more effort, and you have already done a lot to contain the fire. And this is the Ten of Wands, and you see the stress that this elk feels when he to keep balance of all these flames, the 10 flames. The Page, and I like the Knight too, because it's so positive and it shows a lot of fire and energy and movement. And this is the Queen of Wands. The way she talks about the court cards is also quite interesting. So let me read how she talks about the court card, because I do like the way she talks about it. Here, the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands breathes fire. She's powerful, ambitious, creative, and she's not afraid of all the challenges that come with those three things. She knows what she wants, and she wants the world. And she's so certain that she has the best solution to problems that it's difficult for her to let a bad situation fester without her interference. So this is a beautiful depiction of the Queen of Wands. She's creative and so outgoing, but you have to be careful because she could be a little bit, how do you say, controlling. And the king, the way she talks about the king is that the king is the least actively creative of any of the Wands court cards. And let me tell you what. And she's still deeply interested in creative people, and this is where her strength lies, in leadership. There is no one quite like the King of Wands for knowing how to bring out the best in other artists and idea makers. So this is a nice comparison between the King and Queen of Wands, and that goes for all the cards. The way she explains the cards is really, really very, very interesting, and it made me understand a lot about the court cards, because even for me, like I read tarot since a very, very long time, but I still find it challenging to understand the court cards. So this is the page of the Ace of Cups, beautiful Two of Cups, and the Three of Cups here. And the Four of Cups is quite interesting. The image is one of my favorite Four of Cups. You see here, these two birds, that's the reflection of their relationship. It shows that they look okay, but underneath the surface, relationship is not okay. They don't look at each other. So it's a warning that your relationship needs nourishment. I did really like the depiction very much. And this is the Five of Cups and the Six of Cups. You see, it's the nostalgia card. You see, he's looking back at memories, but not sad, as in the Five of Cups. And this is the Seven of Cups, choices. And I do love the Eight of Cups too, because it shows that your relationship is with something is really stagnant. It needs wind to move all these feathers and to move on. So you have to walk away and leave the situation. So I did really, I was touched by the explanation of the cards. And here is the 9 and the 10 page, the Knight of Cups. And this is a beautiful Queen of Cups and the King. What is this? This is the Ace of Swords. You see, she represented the swords by hands. And here, it's the Ace of Swords is like you are trying to find truth by, trying to catch the sun, trying to catch clarity. I did really enjoy the depiction. And here, the Two of Swords, you see your hands are tied and your fingers are entwined. It talks of stalemate. You need to not to move. Don't do anything. You need to move your fingers and get your hands off and move. But I did love the depiction very much. And this is the Three of Swords, of course, the saddest card. The Four of Swords, you see, rest. You need rest. And here is the Five of Swords. I also like the depiction, like the feathers are falling down. You have only 3. You can be only able to keep 3 and the rest is falling. And this is the Six of Swords, like water, having water. You have water in your hands, which means you have to look at your emotions and question them. Should you move on, or what should you do? And that's exactly the meaning of the Six of Swords. And this is a beautiful Seven of Swords. You see, he's keeping, there is a blade hidden here. So it shows that some cunning is involved and, sharpness. And I like what she wrote also. Let me read it to you. I did really like it. The Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords. Yes, here. Seven of Swords promises. It's a card of cunning and deception. The kindest reading promises that this is a card of strategy. The worst reading admits that the word strategy often is just a pretty term of manipulation. The person in this card often finds themselves in intentional solitude too. And here, I did like what she said here. And the end, blades hidden in the mark, even your own, are more likely to cut you than ones clearly presented in the light of the day. So I do like the way she wrote and explained the cards in the book. And I really highly recommend this gorgeous deck. And this is the Eight of Swords. Your one hand is gripping the other hand, so it shows that you are not moving, and it depicts the energy of the Eight of Swords, and this is the Nine of Swords and the Ten of Swords. And here the page, it's like writing down and your ideas, getting information. So it's trying to find solutions, trying to find the answers, and that's the energy of the page. And here you see the scissors are have blood on them, so there is some hurtful, something hurtful, you know, when you are so fast and ruthless. So this is the worst part of the Knight of Swords, when it cuts through things ruthlessly. And here the Queen, the sword is getting out of this water of the emotions. And I do love the way she talked about the court cards, especially what's happened here. Especially when she talks about the comparison between the court cards. And here in the with the King of Swords, you see the sword is not ready to attack, but it is there. I mean, you have your minds, your logical mind is there, but you are not ready to attack. I mean, it is more, it's slower, it's more wise, and I did really like the card. And this is the Ace of Coins. She chose flowers as the buds of flowers as the coins. So here is still a baby flower, and here these two flowers, you need to take care of both of them, nurture both of them, not only one and leave the other. That's the energy of the Two of Coins, balancing. The Three of Coins, beautiful depiction. And this is one of the best depictions too, the Four of Coins. The flowers are there, but they are tied, so you are not enjoying what you have. And this is the Five of Coins. The petals are falling of the flower. And this is a beautiful Six of Coins with these roses. The Seven of Coins, go on and go, complete doing your work and taking care of what you have. The Six of Coins, hard work. The Nine of Coins, blossoming. The Ten of Coins, you have all these roses. And this is the Page, the Knight, the Queen, and the King. So this is quite a powerful deck that I was really, really impressed. The artwork is so simple, but so meaningful. Each card says something, and it could be read intuitively, and it shows depth, and it's really asks you to use your mind and contemplate. I find this deck a great deck. I'm so happy to have worked with it at last, and I do feel sorry that I neglected this deck for so long. So I wanted to give it some love, this beautiful deck, and I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm going also to do a video to show all these neglected decks, because I feel sorry for many of my decks and I want to do a video talking about them. So I hope you enjoyed my video, and see you on my next video, and thank you so much for being here. Bye.